What's the worst thing that can happen when you ignore domestic violence next door for too long? My 8-year-old niece stood at my front door, blood splattered on her school uniform. Auntie Sarah, Mama's bleeding really bad and Daddy won't let her leave. It was Tuesday, 4:47 p.m. I'd just gotten home from my accounting job, keys still in hand. This wasn't the first time Lily had shown up scared. But blood? That was new. I dropped my purse, grabbed a stack of kitchen towels from the counter. No first aid kit. Used it up last month when Kim came over with that cooking accident. Emma, Jake, stay inside, I called to my kids. Microwave the leftovers. I'll be right back. Emma looked up from her homework. Is Aunt Kim okay? I'm checking. Lily tugged my sleeve. It's her hand. Since Saturday. What happened Saturday? Mama asked for money for my field trip. Saturday, 4 days ago. My stomach twisted. How much? $40. I thought about all the signs. Kim wearing long sleeves in July. The stove burn at Christmas that looked nothing like a burn. The bruises I'd pretended to believe were from bumping into furniture. We ran across the street to their rental. Same layout as ours, but darker. Curtains always drawn. Mike was sprawled on the couch, beer cans scattered on the floor around him. Unemployed 13 months now. The TV blared some game show. She's fine. Go home. I saw the blood then. Drops on the linoleum. Some fresh red. Some dried brown. I need to see her. I said go home. I moved toward the hallway. He grabbed a beer can, hurled it at me. It hit the wall. Foam spraying everywhere. He didn't get up though. Too drunk to stand. Get the fuck out of my house. I kept walking. The bedroom door was blocked. He'd shoved their dresser against it. Kim? It's Sarah. Her voice came through, weak and thin. Sarah, please, just go. I'm coming in. No, please. It'll make it worse. From the living room, Mike shouted something about calling the cops. Let him. I pushed against the dresser. It scraped across the floor, inch by inch. Lily helped, her small hands next to mine. Mama, Auntie's here. Finally got enough space to squeeze through. Kim sat on the bed, cradling her right hand against her chest. It was wrapped in one of Mike's old Metallica t-shirts. Blood had soaked through, turning the White Skull logo dark red. The smell hit me, sweet and rotten, like meat left out too long. Let me see. It's not that bad. She unwrapped it slowly. I had to swallow hard to keep from gagging. Her hand was swollen like a softball. The fingers were purple-black, especially at the tips. Red streaks ran up her wrist. The palm had a deep gash, edges yellow with pus. Jesus Christ, Kim. Please don't call anyone. This was way beyond first aid, way beyond what should have waited 4 days. Tell her what happened, Lily whispered. Kim shook her head. Daddy used the hammer, Lily said anyway. His work hammer. The framing hammer. I'd seen it on their kitchen counter last week. She asked for money for my field trip. Daddy got mad. He put her hand on the counter, and... Lily made a swinging motion. Not the first time. I knew that now. All those excuses I'd swallowed. All those times I'd looked away because it was easier. Because I had my own life. My own problems. Mike's footsteps on the stairs. Heavy. Stumbling. Sarah? You still fucking here? I looked at my aunt's rotting hand, Lily shaking beside me, Mike stumbling closer. 4 days. I'd ignored bruises for months, believed stupid excuses, lived 50 feet away while this happened. 10 seconds to decide, save her life or keep the peace. This time I couldn't look away. I dialed 911, my hands shook. Please don't. Kim grabbed my wrist with her good hand. Please, Sarah. Medical emergency at 46 Elm Street, possible assault. Mike crashed through the doorway. Grabbed for my phone, missed, stumbled into the wall. I hit speaker. 46 Elm Street, we need an ambulance now. Just a cut, Mike slurred, steadying himself against the doorframe. She's clumsy. Tell them she's clumsy. Through the window, I saw curtains moving across the street. Mrs. Chen at her window, other neighbors stepping onto porches. Ma'am, what's the nature of the injury? Infected hand wound, 4 days untreated. 4 days? Is the patient conscious? Stop. Kim tried to stand, sat back down. Sarah, stop. Mike lunged again. I stepped back, kept the dispatcher on. Patient is conscious but needs immediate care. Ambulance dispatched. 8 minutes. 8 minutes felt like hours. Mike paced the room, muttering about cops, about me minding my own business, about Kim being dramatic. Kim sat silent, cradling her hand, not looking at anyone. Lily pressed against me. The sirens finally came. 2 paramedics, one young, one older. They took one look at Kim's hand. How long has it been like this? She heard it Saturday. Mike moved between them and Kim. Cooking. She was cooking. The older EMT unwrapped the shirt. His face stayed neutral, but I saw his partner's eyes widen. Possible sepsis, he said quietly to his partner, then louder. Ma'am, we need to get you to the hospital immediately. I'm fine. Kim still wouldn't make eye contact. Really? They weren't asking anymore. Got her on the gurney. Started an IV. Mike pushed forward. I'm riding with her. I'm her husband. The EMTs looked at each other. Let him climb in. As they pulled away, I took Lily's hand. Come on, let's get you something to eat. Back at my house, I made her a sandwich. She didn't touch it. Just sat at the kitchen table with paper and crayons, drawing, dark lines, red scribbles. Valley General's ER was packed. Tuesday night. Heart attacks, car accidents, crying babies. I found Kim behind curtain 3, Mike beside her, playing the worried husband. A nurse appeared. Asian woman, 50s, graying hair pulled back. Her badge read, Lan Nguyen, RN. You're the sister who called? Niece. Yes. She studied my face. Can I speak with you a moment? Mike looked up. She doesn't know anything. Lan ignored him. led me to the nurse's station. 20 years I've worked here. She pulled up something on the computer. I've seen this before. The injury? The pattern. She turned the monitor slightly, then walked away to get supplies from a cabinet 10 feet away, left the screen visible. I read fast. February 12th, emergency visit. Chief complaint, fall downstairs. Diagnosis, 3 fractured ribs. April 3rd, emergency visit. Chief complaint, cooking accident. Diagnosis, 2nd-degree burns, right forearm. May 18th, emergency visit. Chief complaint, walked into door. Diagnosis, facial contusions, subconjunctival hemorrhage. July 22nd, emergency visit. Chief complaint, gardening accident. Diagnosis, multiple lacerations, defensive wounds, bilateral hands. Today made 5. Lan returned with gauze she didn't need. Patterns tell stories, she said quietly. But without the patient's cooperation? She denies everything. They usually do. A doctor approached. Indian man, tired eyes, scrubs wrinkled like he'd been here since yesterday. Dr. Patel, your family? Her niece. He pulled me aside. Lan stayed close. The infection has reached the bone. Osteomyelitis. The tissue is necrotic. If we don't amputate now, the sepsis will kill her. Amputate? Below the wrist. There's no saving the hand. My knees felt weak. 4 days. If I'd acted Saturday? I need consent. Dr. Patel looked exhausted. Her husband, the one who did this. He paused. Without her statement, he's next of kin. I watched Mike sign the papers. Concerned husband. Worried about his wife. The same hands that swung the hammer now signing to take hers. After they wheeled Kim away, I found a security guard. My aunt. Her husband's been beating her. There's a pattern. Years of... She tell you that? Look at her medical records. 5 visits. Ma'am, he'd heard this before. Without her cooperation, nothing we can do. But the pattern... I know. His eyes were kind but tired. We all know, but knowing isn't enough. She has to want help. I thought about Lily at my kitchen table, drawing with red crayons, waiting for her mother to come home with one hand. Knowing wasn't enough, but it was all I had. 2 hours into surgery, Mike's mother arrived. Janet, pressed blazer, designer purse, fresh clothes for Mike draped over her arm. She found me in the waiting room. This is your fault. Janet, he's been stressed about work. You know that, and you make it worse. He broke her hand with a hammer. Marriage is private business. She handed Mike the clean shirt. Not yours. My phone buzzed. Tom, where are you? Hospital. Kim's in surgery. Come home. I can't leave Lily. Not our problem, Sarah. I looked at Lily, still drawing. More red, more black. Tom, she might die. Then let her family handle it. Come home. Now. 3 hours. That's how long it took to remove my aunt's hand. Dr. Patel found me after. The infection was too advanced. We had to amputate below the wrist. But she'll be okay. She'll survive. This time. When Kim woke up, I was there. She looked at the bandaged stump where her hand used to be, started crying. What will Mike say? Still protecting him, after everything. Kim, he didn't mean it. He's just stressed. A social worker showed up Wednesday morning. Young woman, coffee-stained scrubs, bags under her eyes. I'm Ashley. Need to ask some questions. She had a clipboard. 47 cases, she mentioned. 47 women like Kim. Has your husband ever hurt you? No. Your injury? I'm just clumsy. Ashley knew. I could see it in her face. But she wrote down Kim's words anyway. Clumsy. Insurance only covered 48 hours. Thursday afternoon. Discharge papers. Mike picked her up. Played the devoted husband. Helped her into the car. He stopped at my chair on the way out. Leaned close. Mind your own fucking business. Dr. Patel pulled me aside before they left. Next infection could kill her. Watch for fever, redness, swelling. At home, Tom was furious. You're risking our family for nothing. She won't leave him. I can't just... Yes, you can. You will. That evening, Lily's teacher called. Miss Rodriguez. The drawings she's been making. They're... concerning. I know. Has she witnessed violence at home? I thought about lying. Didn't. Yes. I have to report this. Another report. Another file. Another woman who wouldn't cooperate. I'd ignored the signs before. The bruises, the excuses, the long sleeves in summer. Not again. 3 nights later, 2:17 a.m., doorbell. Lily in pajamas, fresh blood on her hands. Mama's sick again, the place where her hand was. She was shaking so hard she could barely stand. I knew calling 911 wouldn't change anything. The system had failed. I had failed. Not this time. I grabbed Lily, ran to my car. Blood on her Hello Kitty pajamas. On her hands. Fresh. What happened? Daddy pulled Mama's bandage off. Emergency room again. Same sliding doors. Same smell of bleach and fear. Kim was barely conscious. The surgical site where her hand used to be was torn open. Someone had ripped the stitches. She wouldn't give him money, Lily whispered. Dr. Patel met us. Same tired eyes. Worse this time. The wound's been deliberately reopened. Infection spreading. Mike burst through the doors 20 minutes later, drunk, screaming. Where is she? Where's my wife? Security guard stepped forward. Young guy, maybe 25. Sir, you need to calm down. Don't tell me what to do. The guard just watched, didn't move. Hospital policy, can't touch anyone unless... Mike swung at a nurse. Missed, hit the wall instead. Now they moved. 2 guards, grabbed his arms. Escorted him out. No arrest. He didn't actually hit anyone. But he tore her wound open, I told the guard. Did you see it happen? No, but Then we can't prove anything. Kim went back into surgery. 3 hours this time. I stayed with Lily in the waiting room. She drew pictures. Daddy with a beer bottle, hitting mommy. Each drawing, she wrote the date in the corner. March 15th, March 22nd, March 29th. Ms. Rodriguez had taught her that. I took photos of each drawing with my phone, texted my cousin Mary in Seattle. Did Kim ever call you? Last November, crying. Said Mike hurt her. What happened? She called back next day. Said everything was fine. I believed her. The pattern. Reach out. Recant. Repeat. 3 days later, I met Lon at Faux Saigon, little strip mall place. She was already there, still in scrubs. 20 years I've been a nurse. She stirred her soup. Seen maybe 50 cases like your aunt? How many got out? Alive? Maybe 5? My throat tightened. 5 out of 50? The system protects the wrong people. There has to be something. Document everything. Legally. How? File formal requests for medical records. Takes time, but it's legal. Took 3 weeks. Came back heavily redacted. Black marker over details. But dates were there. February 12th, April 3rd, May 18th, July 22nd, September 9th. Pattern clear as day. I knocked on Mrs. Chen's door. She answered, but kept the chain on. I need your help. You've heard them fighting. I don't want trouble. Just write what you've heard. The screaming. Breaking things. She looked past me, checking the street. His brother Dave knows where my husband works. But she wrote it. 1 paragraph. Heard screaming. Thuds. Glass breaking. Lily crying. Signed her name. Handshaking. 2 other neighbors. Roberts next door. Williams across the street. Both said they didn't see anything. Williams whispered as she closed the door. Dave fixed my car last month. Said he knows where I live. Miss. Rodriguez handed me a folder at pickup. 31 drawings since September. All dated. All showing. Violence. Daddy hitting. Mommy crying. Blood. But I can't testify without parent permission. Kim won't give it. I know. I spent nights building a timeline. Cross-referencing everything. Mike lost his warehouse job 13 months ago. Threw a hand truck at his supervisor. Anger management issues, they said. Unemployment checks for 6 months. Ran out in January. January 28th. Kim's first ER visit this year. February. Unemployment appeals denied. February 12th. Kim's ribs. March. Final notice on utilities. April 3rd. Kim's burns. Pattern clear. Every financial crisis meant Kim in the hospital. I had evidence, dates, medical records, witness statement, drawings. But without Kim's cooperation, just paper. 5 women out of 50 got out alive. Kim wasn't going to be one of them unless I did something different. Monday morning, Tom's work van wouldn't start. Engine seized completely. Sugar in the gas tank, the mechanic said. Whole system's ruined. Tom stared at me across the kitchen table. This is your fault. You don't know it was Mike's brother. Who else? Police came, took notes, shrugged. Could be anyone. Kids do this stuff. Dave owns an auto shop. Mike threatened us. Without proof. Always without proof. Tuesday, my boss called me in. Anonymous complaint, creating hostile work environment, taking too many personal calls. Sarah, I sympathize, but this is affecting your work. My aunt might die. Family issues can't interfere with business. This is a warning. Wednesday, Emma came home crying. Kids at school saying I was breaking up Aunt Kim's marriage, homewrecker, drama queen. Is it true, Mom? Are you ruining their family? How do you explain to a 12-year-old that sometimes families need to break? Jake got suspended Thursday. Punched a kid who said his mom was a crazy bitch who should mind her own business. I'm not sorry, he told the principal. Tom lost his biggest client that afternoon. Henderson Construction. $8,000 a month. Gone. Can't work with someone who has family drama, Henderson said. Bad for my reputation. Tom threw his keys on the counter. I'm done, Sarah. Drop this or I'm taking the kids to my mother's. Tom. Choose. Them or us. Kim's mother called that night. Hadn't heard from her in 2 years. You're destroying their marriage. He cut off her hand. Mike's a good man, just stressed. You don't understand what it's like. I understand he beats her. Every marriage has problems. You work through them. Hung up on me. Friday, 3 a.m., crash, living room window, brick with a note, mind your business. Called police, again. See who threw it? No, but then no proof. Installed cameras. Saturday, 4 of them, covering every angle. Mike started showing up at my office Monday. Just stood on the sidewalk, watching, smoking. Security wouldn't help. Public sidewalk, not breaking any law, documented everything. Pictures, times, nobody cared. Tuesday, grocery shopping. Woman approached me in the cereal aisle, looked around first. You're Sarah? Kim's niece? Yes? I'm Deb. Live on Oak Street, heard what you're doing. I'm not doing anything. That's not what Mike's telling people. She grabbed a box of Cheerios, pretended to read it. My husband broke my jaw last year. I'm sorry. I'm not looking for sympathy. There's 3 of us, in the neighborhood. We watch out for each other. 3? That we know of. She put the Cheerios back. We can't do much, but we watch. Mr. Park caught me outside his store Wednesday. Your aunt, she was my teacher, 3rd grade. Okay, good teacher. Kind. He looked at his shoes. Mike came in yesterday, wanted beer on credit. And I said cash only. He got angry. Said he'd take his business elsewhere. Mr. Park shrugged. Good. Small victory. Felt like nothing. Thursday night, late shift at the hospital. Different nurse found me in the parking lot. Young, nervous. You're Kim's niece? Another one. I've been documenting. 3 years. She showed me her phone, photos, dates, injuries. Could lose my job for this. Why risk it? Because someone has to. Friday, a woman named Rebecca called, domestic violence advocate. Heard you're building a case. Fat lot of good it's doing. System's broken, we know, but sometimes victims change their minds in crisis moments. Kim won't. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Keep the evidence ready. Saturday, neighbor saw Mike at Walmart, sporting goods section. Bought a hunting knife. The big kind, she whispered, for gutting deer. Lily stayed with us most nights now. Wet the bed, every night. Drew pictures. Daddy with knives. Mommy bleeding. Legal system, useless without Kim. Marriage, hanging by a thread. Money, bleeding out. Kids, falling apart. Neighbors, split between helping and hiding. Mike, escalating. Sunday night, sorting through evidence. Medical records, photos, witness statements, useless paper. Phone rang. Unknown number. Kim's voice, barely a whisper. He knows about the pictures. Has the knife. Don't let Lily. Line dead. Sirens in the distance. 2 minutes to her house if I ran. Grabbed my phone. Set it recording. Left my kids sleeping. Ran. I ran hard. Phone pressed to ear. Dialing 911. Domestic violence in progress. 46 Elm Street. Weapon involved. Ma'am, what's... Badge numbers 4782 and 3901 responded last time. Check your records. 23 prior calls to this address. 8 hospital visits. Victim Kim Chen. Suspect Mike Chen. He has a hunting knife. Units dispatched. Reached their yard. Could see through the living room window. Mike had Kim backed into the corner, the hunting knife in his right hand. Her prosthetic hand lay on the floor between them. Still recording on my phone. Held it up, capturing everything. Pounded on the door. Police coming! I have evidence. Mike's head snapped toward me. I held up the manila folder against the window. Medical records, photos, everything. 8 hospital visits, Mike, all documented. He took a step toward the door. Kim moved fast, grabbed her prosthetic from the floor, swung it hard at his head. He stumbled, dropped the knife. She ran. Bathroom door, slammed it. Click of the lock. Mike shook his head, dazed, looked at me through the window, then at the knife on the floor. She's crazy, he yelled. She attacked me. Sirens. Finally. 2 patrol cars, no SWAT team, no special units, just regular officers, Reynolds and Patel. I recognized them from before. He's inside with a weapon, I told them. Where's the victim? Locked in the bathroom. They approached the house carefully, hands on weapons, knocked. Mike Chen, this is police. Come out slowly. She attacked me with her fake hand. Come out, Mike. Took 12 minutes. Mike yelling about being attacked, about his rights, about me destroying his family. Finally came out. No knife, hands visible. They cuffed him, put him in the car. She hit me, he kept saying. I want to press charges. Officer Reynolds found Kim in the bathroom. New bruises on her arms, cut on her cheek. Ma'am, are you hurt? Kim looked at me. At the police. At Mike in the patrol car. I want to press charges. Reynolds blinked. You want to? Press charges. Against my husband. For assault. First time in 8 hospital visits. Valley General again. Same ER. Different energy. Kim gave her statement to a prosecutor. Young woman, maybe 30. Coffee stain on her blazer. Stack of files under her arm. I'm ADA Martinez. I understand you want to press charges. Yes. Tell me what happened tonight. Kim talked. Really talked. Not just tonight. Everything. I pulled out my folder. I have documentation. Martinez looked tired but interested. What kind? Medical records going back 2 years. Photos. Timeline. Witness statements. Spread it all on the small table. February's ribs. April's burns. May's face. July's defensive wounds. September's amputation. This helps, Martinez said. Pattern of violence is hard to establish without documentation. Kim kept talking. The financial abuse hit Martinez hardest. I make $52,000 teaching 5th grade. He took it all. How? Direct deposit to his account. Said it was easier. Gave me $50 a week for groceries. $50? Said I was bad with money. If I asked for more, he'd get angry. Martinez wrote everything down. Why didn't you leave? He said he'd kill Lily if I tried. Said good mothers don't break up families. Did you believe him? Kim held up her stump. Yes. The escalation after job loss. His drinking increasing. Her isolation growing. 3 suicide attempts nobody knew about. I took pills. 3 different times. Not enough to die. Just enough to sleep through it. Did you tell anyone? Who would I tell? He monitored my phone. Checked the mileage on my car. Martinez closed her notebook. I'll be honest. Domestic violence cases are hard. Juries want to know why you didn't leave. Defense attorneys blame the victim. Even with documentation, conviction isn't guaranteed. But this pattern, this documentation, it helps. Most cases are he said, she said. This is different. So you'll prosecute? We'll file charges. Assault with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, domestic battery, maybe more depending on investigation. Kim started crying. What about Lily? Child services will evaluate, but with him in custody and you cooperating, she'll likely stay with you. What if he gets out? We'll request high bail, and you'll get a restraining order. I had one before. Paper doesn't stop fists. Martinez looked at me, at the evidence, at Kim's missing hand. No, she said, but jail does. Mike was charged Tuesday morning. Assault with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, domestic battery, not attempted murder. AD Martinez explained. Too hard to prove intent. Bail set at $25,000. Janet posted it before lunch. He's my son, she told the clerk, writing the check. 48 hours after holding a knife to Kim's throat, Mike was back on the street. The restraining order came through Thursday. Piece of paper, 500 feet, no contact. Paper doesn't stop fists. We all knew that. His support system started splitting. The guys from Murphy's bar stopped coming around. Tony, his closest drinking buddy, told someone at the store, can't associate with him, violates my probation. But Janet kept enabling, paid his lawyer, bought his groceries. He's going through a rough time. And Dave kept threatening, caught Mrs. Chen at the gas station. Shame if your husband lost his job over a lie. Mike violated the restraining order twice in 1 week. First time, drove past Kim's therapy appointment. Second time, left a note on my car. This isn't over. Finally held without bail. Public defender convinced him to plead down. 3 years. Could be out in 18 months with good behavior. It's better than trial, Martinez said. Juries are unpredictable. Kim moved in with us, supposed to be temporary, stretched to 6 months. Physical therapy twice a week. Learning the prosthetic. Some days she couldn't get out of bed. What's the point? She'd say, staring at the ceiling. Tom's resentment grew daily. Slept on the couch, stopped eating dinner with us. She has to go, he said every night. Where? Not our problem. 3 a.m, caught Kim packing. Lily asleep on the couch. Where are you going? Maybe it was my fault. She couldn't look at me. Maybe I provoked him. He cut off your hand. I shouldn't have asked for money. We talked until sunrise. She unpacked. But the doubt stayed. Lily's therapy helped slowly. Tuesdays and Thursdays, still drew violent pictures sometimes. Dad with knives, mom bleeding, but flowers started appearing. Small suns in corners. Still couldn't sleep alone. Wet the bed twice a week. Normal, the therapist said. Trauma response. My marriage kept deteriorating. Counseling Wednesday nights. Tom complained about the money. $8,000 lost from Henderson. Legal fees. Therapy costs. You chose them over us, he said. I chose life over death. Dramatic as always. Emma's anxiety peaked. School counselor called monthly. Panic attacks during class. Started when kids talked about divorce. Jake improved after Mike's arrest. Stopped fighting. Grades went up, but still angry underneath. 3 women from the neighborhood contacted me. Deb's friend Linda. Bruises hidden under makeup. Another named Carol. Husband threw her downstairs. And Maria. Broken ribs last Christmas. I tried helping. Gave them advocate numbers. Shared what I learned. But exhaustion set in. Can't save everyone. Some days couldn't save myself. 1 year later. October again. Kim got an apartment. Small 1-bedroom. Section 8 housing. Teaching 5th grade at Riverside Elementary. Different district. Fresh start. Still struggled. Depression came in waves. Some days, I should have tried harder to make it work. Prosthetic worked, but phantom pain stayed. Felt her missing fingers at night. Reached for things with a hand that wasn't there. Lily improving slowly. Slept in her own bed 3 nights a week. Progress. Drew her mother as a superhero sometimes. Silver hand that shot stars. But also drew her father. Behind bars. Crying. Confused which parent to feel sorry for. Mike serving time upstate. Got counseling. Anger management. Janet visited every Sunday. Put money in his commissary account. Believed he'd change. He's getting help, she'd tell anyone who listened. Dave's shop lost some customers. Word spread, but survived. Still fixed cars, still glared at me at Safeway. I switched grocery stores. Tom and I separated in March. Trying counseling still, maybe reconciling, maybe not. He couldn't forgive the cost. The business lost. The reputation damaged. The innocence gone. I couldn't regret saving Kim, even with everything lost. The neighborhood looked the same. Most people wanted no involvement. Not my business became a motto, but the underground network grew. Helped 2 women leave. Maria got to her sisters in Texas. Carol filed charges. Small victories. 3 new cases suspected. The Martinez family, screaming at night. The young couple on Pine. She wore sunglasses indoors. The Washingtons. Their daughter started showing up at school early, staying late. Mr. Park still watched. Cut credit for suspected abusers. Small rebellion. What he could do. Most neighbors stayed blind. Easier that way. I kept watching, listening, documenting. Exhausted but unable to stop. The knowledge was a curse. Once you see the signs, can't unsee them. Heard yelling from the blue house last Tuesday. New family. Moved in 3 months ago. Same sounds. Breaking glass. Crying. Silence. Kim sent a photo last week. Her and Lily baking cookies. Chocolate chip. Prosthetic holding the bowl. Not quite steady but working. Lily's smile real but cautious. Like she's waiting for something bad. That's what survival looks like. Not victory. Just another day without violence. I saved them. Cost me my marriage, maybe. My kids' innocence. Definitely. Would I do it again? I hear screaming from the blue house now. New family. Same sounds. I already know I will.